I'm going to be talking about a lot of things in this video, mostly updates in regards to my cancer and illness. I'm also going to be talking about my neck dissection, since it's been nearly a year since I had that. I'm going to be making, some little transitions between videos that I've made previously and pictures of my scars and updates, but really just to talk about what I know now about my disease and I'm hoping for, especially now because of everything else that's going on. And also just to let you guys know a little bit more insight into what happened after my neck dissection and what's happened since and how I'm recovering. The latest news that I have gotten from the doctors is really good. My cancer markers are stable. A common misconception with metastatic thyroid cancer is that once it's out, you're cured, and that's not necessarily true. When it's metastasized the way that it has, with my cancer and with other people's, you're never really completely cured. You might not have tumors that grow anymore, which is the hope, but there's still cells in your body that likely contain the abnormality or the genetic mutation that could cause tumor growth in your body. So I am never completely going to be cancer-free, and that's why a lot of people misunderstand that, which is to be explained. It's to be understood because thyroid cancer is known typically to be a very curable cancer. And so in some cases it is, but oftentimes it's not. I want to say that my grandmother died of thyroid cancer, so I just want to remind that even though it's unlikely, there are people like me and others out there with this disease that can, even though it's curable, in the beginning it could turn into a fatality. And so I just wanted to shed some light on that and make that aware. So yes, getting back to how I'm doing. My numbers are looking really good. My TSH, if you are a thyroid person, is really actually very good. It's at 0.1, and it's been at 0.0, 0.01, or 0.1 for about the past year now, which is excellent. On the other hand, my thyroglobulin it keeps going back and forth, but very slowly. The idea and the hope is to have it at less than 1, and mine has never gone less than 3. So that's evident that there is still, sign of cancer in my body, but whether or not it's actually mutating or turning into something bigger is the hope that it isn't. So my thyroglobulin right now is at 3.3. The last time I went to the doctor, it was at 3.6, which was a month ago, which was actually even higher. So it keeps going from 3 to 3.1 to 3.5 to 3.6 to 3.3 to, and it's staying around 3, and right now it's 3.3, so that's really good news. On the other hand, I do have some very large lymph nodes in my neck, and I don't think you can see them, but they are definitely, evidently growing. And so the next steps there would be to, even though my cancer markers are low, they're not completely where they need to be, and even though there's not evident that my TSH is rising, my thyroglobulin is rising, because I have these lymph nodes that are evidently growing and hard, there will be measures that need to be taken and tests that need to be taken, whether it's biopsies, certain CT scans, MRIs, etc. I am planning to have a full body scan soon, but my doctors might want to do something more invasive. So I will find out soon that even though my cancer markers are showing good things right now. It's not necessary that these little tumors or cysts, these lymph nodes, are not cancerous. So it's stressful knowing that this is going on, but I'm trying not to worry, because even though anaplastic thyroid cancer has occurred in my family, and even though my case is a little more fatal than the average Joe's, and I'm a little bit uncommon in the thyroid community world of cancer patients, there are others like me out there. So I really won't know for sure what we're dealing with until I see certain doctors that, thank the Lord, I have appointments with coming in the next couple of weeks. So that is that. The next thing I want to talk about is my neck dissection, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more, and I'm going to show you guys an update that I posted a while back talking about my neck dissection. But I wanted to mention something I forgot in that video. The main thing that I forgot in that video is that side effect from my neck dissection was not just the eye paralysis that I had, but I did have some mouth paralysis. I was not able to smile on the right side of my mouth for about 3 to 5 days. I could only smile like this. And I will be inserting some photos. So before I get into that video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I did have some mouth paralysis. If you're watching this video because you're having a neck dissection soon, or you're a type 2, stage 2 or 3 metastatic thyroid cancer patient going into more surgery in the future, I just wanted to make sure to mention that before you saw the rest of the video. So other than the pictures, this is going to be a short one. I did want to give you guys this cancer update. I don't know much. It's looking good, but it's not looking 100% great until I know what's going on with these little bastards. That's the only thing I can call them, because that's what they are over here. So enjoy the rest of the video, and please stay safe and healthy wherever you are. And I'm really sorry about the spider webs up there that you see. It's really bad, and I really try to keep the house clean, but I have high ceilings. Okay, bye. Hey guys, I'm just gonna start off this video by showing you my scar from my thyroidectomy and neck dissection. Wow. I don't know what to say. It's definitely been a up and downhill battle since then. I've had a lot to be thankful for, and a lot of wonderful things have occurred in my life since that surgery. But today I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the side effects I've had after having my neck dissection and my lymph nodes removed. And I'm just going to talk about it very openly, and I always want to disclaim that this might not be what happens to you if you're going into having a neck dissection. I have talked about this before, but this is really going to go into detail about what it was like for me coming home. And honestly, I'm going to say like the first 6 months after having my neck dissection. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start. It was really hard. My thyroidectomy was really easy, and I know I said this in my last video, but I just want to prepare you that it isn't like a thyroidectomy, physicality wise. It's a lot more difficult. It's a lot more of a major surgery, so my recovery was very difficult. I'm still completely not recovered, but I have been very grateful overall, considering what I know a lot of people with metastatic thyroid cancer go through and how they suffer. And it's not always traumatic, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know what I've experienced. So when I came home from surgery, I was definitely on pain meds for quite a while. well, I mean, I was definitely on pain meds from the time I left the hospital, obviously, the next several days. I was pretty much in a zombie state because I was so highly medicated every 6 hours. I also remember being completely numb from basically here to up in my ear. And it was the weirdest feeling. Like, it wasn't a painful sensation. It was more so like a I can't feel anything type thing. So it was odd. Like, I would go and touch myself and I wouldn't be able to feel it at all. So it was kind of scary. There were a couple of nights really soon after I came home from having my neck dissection where I just like could not breathe. There was so much mucus. I don't know how it happened, but like I guess my lymph nodes were rearranging themselves, basically like a furniture reorganization in a house. And it was awful. What made it worse was the fact that I got a really bad post-surgical infection, and my entire right side, of my neck got really swollen, and that just made the entire healing process so much worse. It generally, truly was my fault. I went back to work because I thought I was ready, and I was exposed to a lot of kids, which exposed me to a lot of germs, and my immune system was so delicate that I went against pretty much everybody's better judgment and went back to work. So that I'm still healing from. It's still very sensitive on the right side of my neck. I still don't sleep on the right side. I'm a little bit afraid to. I feel like maybe in a couple of months I'll give it another shot. But yeah, so the first 3 months were really hard. After that, it did get a little easier, but unfortunately that's when I started experiencing really intense neuropathy. There was actually a time in the early summer where my doctor did some imaging on my neck, and we were actually like 90% positive that it had metastasized into the left. And I all but made my consultation to have my neck dissection again over here. Thankfully, what it looked like had happened was it just a nodule or a cyst that most likely had been born from a gland in my a stone in my submandibular gland, which is basically like a kidney stone or whatever. But because of all the surgeries I had and radioactive iodine treatments, my salivary glands and just everything in there were just all jacked. So I got this like cyst right here, which we were concerned was like another malignant tumor, and it ended up being not cancerous. The coolest thing actually happened in the biopsy, which was the absolute most excruciating pain other than my calcium incident, which is in my channel. The doctor biopsied this nodule that I had, and when he did, he aspirated it, and I guess he released the infection or whatever was causing it to it's just really long medical terms, but long story short, that actually helped, and the pain from that subsided, so it actually went down. And then shortly after that, I did another dose of radioactive iodine, and ever since then I have experienced a lot of pain. We don't know what the cause is. It's very rare, but generally what's happened is I have neuropathy, which is in minor terms just a really severe burning, stabbing, constant chronic pain in the area that was basically traumatized. And so every single day I experience pain everywhere from like here to here to here. It's not fun. Some days are better than others, but yeah, so that hopefully will go away at some point. I am grateful for the days where there isn't any pain. But today I just wanted to let you guys know that I am really proud of myself. There are so many things that I haven't even mentioned because I'm trying to, I guess, push them out of my mind that have occurred since being diagnosed with cancer and treated for cancer and monitored for cancer, and still now not knowing exactly where I am and what the next steps are. Hopefully nothing serious other than just being monitored. But I have really become a much stronger, grateful, and I would say aware, mindful, and intentional person. And I know that I probably seem really crass and arrogant and full of myself. But to be completely honest, I've grown so much in the past year and the past year and a half. I feel like I should just kind of express that to the world and to just show my gratitude just to myself. I've overcome things I never thought I'd have to, and I still am not the person I was before the surgeries, before the treatments. And I'm learning to cope and learning to deal and learning to basically believe that one day it will be all right and I'll get better. But if not, I'm grateful for the fact that I made it through and that I am a cancer survivor, and that's amazing. And there are so many people out there that are going through what I've been through and still am going through, and I just want to tell them all that you are not alone. I've said this in so many of my videos, but there are so many of us that go through this on the daily and that don't know what to expect with thyroid surgery, with neck dissections, with I-131 radioactive iodine treatments, and ethanol injections. And you know, it's a really tough thing to discuss or to go through when there's not a lot of information. And still, thyroid cancer is relatively rare. It is climbing significantly, which is kind of scary, and we need to get a handle on that. But guys, I just want to say I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of all of you who are going through this, and I just want you to know that it's going to be okay. There's a huge group of us out there that just want to hug you and love you and just explain that you got this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wow, I can't believe it's been a year. Enjoy the rest of your spring, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.